Welcome to the Youth Sectionals. This is going to be the general rules for the hybrid course. With the hybrid course, we use the retry system. What that means is if you fail an obstacle, you will go back to the beginning of that obstacle, wait a mandatory 10 seconds before you're allowed to re-engage it. If you engage that obstacle before the 10 seconds is up, I will tell you to go back without touching the ground. If you do touch the ground or you continue on the obstacle, that will count as an additional fail. For the hybrid course, the scoring system goes the amount of obstacles completed, then the amount of fails taken, and then if there's still a tie, it'll go to the amount of time it took to get to that obstacle. For certain starting and stop platforms, you will be able to overshoot them. We will go over those in the actual specific walkthrough. But if it is the starting platform of a next obstacle, if you overshoot it, it'll be a fail of the next obstacle, whereas if you undershoot it, it'll be a fail of the previous obstacle. Unlike last season, if you have a beta break, you must clear it with me, the ref, before you are allowed to run. All right? If you do a beta break and I deem it that it breaks the integrity of the obstacle too much, I can still fail you for it. So if you want to still make sure that you have a tactical advantage, you can come up to me discreetly at any point during rules or before your run, and I'll be able to answer that question for you. For chalk, there's going to be different designated chalk points throughout the course. You are allowed to get chalk for that obstacle, but for different obstacles, you are not allowed to get chalk unless you already take a fail. This is to prevent anybody from doing a weird dismount and claiming that, hey, I was just trying to get chalk there. Last but not least, if you have a question about how much time you have left, I will say the amount of time that has elapsed out of how much total time you have. So for example, in a 3-minute course, let's say you have 1 minute remaining, and you ask me, I will say you are at 2 minutes of 3 minutes. With that, let's get down to the course to go over the specific rules. 3, 2, 1 on you.
There you go. Oh yeah, I got you.
And then we'll get the balls out of the way as well. We'll have to like catch
Yeah.
them. Here. This one go forward or this way? We'll mark
Come on, float it.
this way.
Come on, big up high, squeeze.
Yes, dude.
Get there.
Yeah, cool. Yes, sir. Pretty much up for this one.
Yeah, come on. Careful on this. It'll stick.
Good.
Go. Big hand up.
These are the specific hybrid rules for the Southeast Sectional. You're going to start on this platform right here. I'm going to count you down, 3, 2, 1 on you. Your time starts when you engage a gumdrop. Hands and feet are allowed on the gumdrops. Hands and feet are allowed on the pole. You can push down the pole. You can jump down with the pole. There's no forced moves. You're going to pole vault through. Hands and feet are allowed on this box. There will be a panel mat here on the day of the competition that you can go down to. Either touching that or getting to this box is a clear of the first obstacle. From there, your hands only on the pickleball paddles, the blue. Hands and feet are allowed on the net. Hands only on the pickleball paddle to get to your third dismount. For this obstacle, there's no forced moves, so you can basically cliche over it if you would like. From there, for obstacle 3, it's going to be a bit different depending on your division. So for 13U, hands are allowed on the black cliff. From there, you can lâcher to any of the rock holds. And then from there, you can use hands only on any of the rock holds to get to your dismount. For 13U female and 11U male, it's basically the same obstacle, but this is in play for the cliffs only. And this ring in the downward position. For 9U male and 11U female, you are allowed the handles. And for 9U female, there will be pegs in the circle holds. From there, we're going to start here. Basically, for this obstacle, as this is your dismount platform, this is the starting platform for your next obstacle. You must start here. You can't just cut right into the next obstacle. It is going to be feet only, hands and feet on the blue pipe, the actual pipe itself, not the base. Hands and feet are allowed on the truss. Hands and feet are allowed on the pipe. Hands and feet on the truss. Hands and feet on the pipe. Hands and feet on the pipe to get, and hands and feet on the truss in order to get to here. No contact with this wall. Basically, if I think that you are balancing on it at all, I will call it as a fail, as basically you should be essentially leaning in this way the entire time. Incidental, especially when you're dismounting, will be fine, but I'm not going to be very lenient on what I think will be helping you. All right. From there, this will be your first chalk point. Next, we got baseball. Hands are allowed on the shelf. The shelf and the shelf to get to this gotta go home plate. For the 13U males, it is a back grab only with no lip. There will be on the day of a competition 2 black lines to kind of indicate where your hands should be. The black lines serve as kind of a warning zone. Essentially, you will not be allowed to wrap thumbs or any sort of hands around the side, or else it will be called as a fail. You should be able to grab pretty closely together. For the 13U female and 11U male, you can use hands on the top only. And then for 11U female, 9U male, you can use hands on any part of the home plate. And then for 9U female, there will be a dropped ring. And then once again, you can use all parts of that home plate in order to get to this platform right here. Next, we've got soccer. This is going to be feet only on the Bosu ball, the soccer. Hands and feet are allowed on the net. With this obstacle, the configuration will change depending on the age group. This is currently set up for 13U. For 11U, there will basically be 2 consecutive soccer balls or 2 consecutive Bosu balls. We'll go over that the day of the competition. And then for 9U, there will only be 1 soccer ball. With this obstacle, even when you're getting to the cargo net, there's absolutely no incidental contact with the ground. Basically, floor is lava for this one in order to get to this box over here. From there, you've reached your next chalk point. Hands are allowed on the cannonball. For 13U male, hands only on the inside of the bullseye. Basically, no outer rim with the palms. So if you're going in and obviously incidental backhand grazes it, that's fine. Just no grabbing the outer rim. In addition, your cannonball will be in the upward position. It will drop. You can use this ring, this truss, to get to your optional dismount here, or when you touch the ring or the corresponding tech object of your division, that will also be a clear. We're going to go through the other variations real quick. For 13U female, you are allowed to use the outside, and this will already be in the down position. For 11U male, insides only once again. It will drop, but it will be a smaller cannonball. For 11U female, outsides with the smaller cannonball, as well as for 9U male, outsides with the smaller cannonball. And then for 9U female, this will be replaced with a ring. Now, in the case that you are dismounting, and once again, the truss is still in place, so you're dismounting, and it accidentally falls. Only in the case that this falls, you may request a reset. It will eat into your time. We will not pause the clock for you, as that was on you as the athlete, but you can request that a resetter places it back in, and then you can continue on the next obstacle as normal. For your next obstacle, the horseshoes, you are allowed to use this truss to get to the ring or this ring to redirect your swing. The ring must start in the first horseshoe, so even if you do take it off, you must place it back in there. Ring for the 13U will be here, as well as for the 9U females will be here. For all other divisions besides those two, it will be replaced with a cane. Ring is allowed in the horseshoe and must go in the third horseshoe before dismounting. And once again, for the other divisions, it'll be with a cane. And then for 9U, you'll have basically 2 rings, and you'll kind of be doing a give and ring toss in order to get to your dismount. And once again, a ring must be in that third horseshoe. Frontal plane, then you can cut turn. And for your last obstacle, you're going to sprint through, grab the football. The football is attached to a pulling mechanism. And then as you run, the buzzer will draw closer. You can get onto this block if you need to hit the buzzer. If you touch the floor, it will be considered a fail of the football obstacle, because the whole point of it is for you to use the football to bring the buzzer closer to you, not for you to run out and hit the buzzer. Good luck. Your time limit is 3 minutes.